What's good with y'all boys, man? It's your boy Run It Up D. And as y'all can see, the title of the video, I am 30 days free of weed. I'm 30 days free of cannabis, Zaza, devil's lettuce, Mary Jane, whatever you want to call it, bro. I am 30 days sober. I'm a month sober, bro. Now, that might not seem like a big accomplishment to y'all, but guess what? That's a big accomplishment for me. Because I remember when I was trying to make it to a month of being sober, my longest day of not smoking was 9 days straight. I went 9 days without smoking. That was my longest streak ever. And then I was like, my addictive mind was like, bro, you could do it again. You good now, bro. You could do it again. You're not addicted no more, bro. You could do it again. And I did it again. And I used to keep track of it in my notes. So I had day blank of being sober minded, and it's still in my notes today. And today that number reads 30 a month sober minded. But I used to keep it in my notes. I had 9 days up there. And then on the 10th day, I smoked. And ever since then, bro, when I smoked that 10th day, I had to bring the number back to 1. But I would catch myself the next day, do it again. Then I'll bring the number to 0. Next day, do it again. So for a while, the numbers just never went back up because I just kept on relapsing and smoking weed when I said I wanted to quit. But now, bro, I could confidently say that the numbers have been going up. And now my longest streak is a month of being sober from that addictive drug. You know what, bro? I don't care what nobody says. Cannabis is a very addictive drug. I don't care that it comes from the earth. I don't care that it's a plant. A lot of, excuse my language, but a lot of idiots think that just because something comes from the earth and it's a plant means it's good for you. That's not what that means. Sorry, I hurt your feelings, but that's not what that means. Not every berry is good for you. Not every mushroom, you could just pick it up and eat it because it comes from the plant. Just because it comes from this earth doesn't mean that it's good for you. Tobacco leaf comes from this earth. It's very addictive. You know what, guys? It's pretty hard trying to quit, especially when you're stuck in the house with people who still do it. You know what I mean? My sister still do it. And my father does it heavily. Not to put my father on blast, but he doesn't want to admit it, but he's addicted to that plant. And honestly, since I was little, he would always smoke it in the car. Bro, back then I used to hate the smell of weed, bro. I used to always get in the car with this man and I would hate having to smell that, bro. Then as I got older, I was like, you know what, why not try it? What's so good about this thing that he just continues to do every single day, multiple times a day? And I don't want to blame my dad because it's not my dad's fault, but the influence definitely came from him. So if you're an adult out there and you're struggling with this addiction and you have kids, you need to stop, bro. I'm looking at you man to man, woman to woman. You need to stop smoking. You're a bad influence. And I'm going to give it to you raw because ain't nobody else going to tell you it. You're a bad influence to the people around you. By you just smoking in front of them, by them just smelling it, by them going in the garage and smelling it wherever you smoke at outside and seeing you do it. Especially if you have young kids, bro, they're gonna want to do it too. They're gonna be like, you know what, what's so good about this? And eventually, as they get older, they gonna try it out too. And that's exactly how it starts. It starts off by that one time, that one puff, that one high. An addiction has started. I went out with my friends. I told them boys, I was like, y'all boys, hey, we gotta stop doing this, man. We gotta stop smoking this weed, bro. And one of my friends was like, he was a heavy smoker too. He was like, oh, I'm 6 months sober. Kind of trying to flex. But if we're being honest, bro, me and you just smoked not even 6 months ago, not even 4 months ago. So that's a lie. And my other friend, he doesn't smoke at all. He like, bro, I'm 18 years sober. Cause bro, 18. And I told him, hey, that's good, bro. I'm glad that you never even did it. And he told me when he was younger, sophomore, he was in the car with some seniors and they was blowing it. And he was so tempted to ask them for a hit. But you know what? He didn't. And I praised him for that. I was like, good shit, bro. I'm glad you didn't. Because who knows where you would be at right now. And his family members smoke too. What I'm really starting to realize, y'all, is your environment really shapes your reality. If you're around smokers, bro, and you don't smoke, you're eventually gonna smoke. If you're around people who steal all the time, you're gonna steal eventually. You're gonna steal something once in a while. If you're around killers, gangbangers, you're gonna be influenced by them and you're gonna wanna kill and gangbang. Your environment is very important, dude. So my advice to y'all is watch the people that you hang around. Watch the people that you call your friends. Watch the people that you associate with because not everybody is who they say they are. Honestly, not everybody's gonna be there at the end anyways. Bro, I learned this in high school. I graduated 11 months ago. It hasn't even been a year. I used to have a good amount of friends in high school, but as soon as it ended, never spoke to them again. And I'm not mad and I don't care. But most of the time, bro, the people that are around you are temporary. They're not gonna be there in the long run. They're not. So don't take these relationships so serious. Don't take these friendships so serious. Because people change. But honestly, I'm gonna talk about some benefits of quitting weed. I would say I wake up with more energy now. I wake up and I can hop right out of bed. I'm still turning the alarm clock off and going back to sleep, y'all. But I could get up and what I'm saying? I could hop right out of bed, bro. I'm talking about jump out of bed. Like that's how much energy I have in the morning. I remember my dreams. I be having some weird dreams, dude. Some weird ones. I feel like I'm getting me back because you know what, bro, smoking just suppresses your feelings. It suppresses you. It suppresses you. And I really just been getting me back, bro. I've been getting myself back. You know what I mean? Feel good. Feel more clear. My mind feels more clear. Feel like I could articulate my thoughts way more. And quite frankly, bro, I don't even want to go back to it. When I first quit, I was thinking about what's the word for it. The word I'm trying to look for is moderate. I was sitting there thinking about moderating my use of cannabis, but I was like, I thought to myself, if I was addicted to the white stuff that goes up your nose and I quit, would I really want to moderate that? If I was addicted to sticking needles up my arm or popping Zans, and I quit. Would I seriously want to moderate doing that? And once you look at it like that, once you look at it in those type of lens, you say to yourself, hell no, I would not moderate that. I'd quit it completely. I would never want to go back to it. And that's the thought that I have with weed. I don't want to go back to it, bro. I don't even want to moderate it. I don't want to do it again. 30 days sober, bro, you're going to have some very like boring days. Because, weed used to make everything fun. But that's the problem with it. Once it makes everything fun, you feel like you need it to have fun. You feel like you need it to go out with your friends and have a great time. You feel like you need it to eat. You feel like you need it to sleep. You feel like you need it to have. You know what I'm saying? Feel like you need it to cope with your emotions. When you don't need it. That's just that addictive mind in the back of your head telling you that you need it when you don't. My skin has been looking way clearer than it ever has. I just been feeling better, man. Better than I ever have. If you're struggling with addiction to cannabis right now, I definitely recommend you to at least go a month sober and really ask yourself, how do you feel after that? Really experience how you feel after that. I really started when I was around like 15, 16, all the way up to 18. I'm 19 now. And at 19 years old, I'm not picking that drug up again. I don't want to put anything in my body that makes me feel less of myself than I feel right now when I'm sober. Right now, I feel like me, myself. And especially smoking cannabis at a young age, bro, it really messes with your mind, bro. It messes with how you think. That's what a lot of people don't realize. But I don't want to make this video too long. If you're struggling with addiction right now, I promise you, bro, if I could do it, you can too. You could go 30 days without smoking, bro. Stop giving this plant so much energy. Stop giving this plant so much power over you. You control your mind. You control what you do. Don't let no stupid plant that stinks. That's that gas pack. Don't let that control you, bro. Some idiot plant that you gotta light up to even get high. Because once you light it up, then you give it the power to kill you. If you never light it, it could never kill you. And I'm not saying weed could kill you, but backwoods definitely can. If you're a smoker out there, 99% of smokers smoke with nicotine leaves, and those are toxic. That's poison. It's killing you. It's killing you, my brother. Why you think when you hit it the wrong way, you're coughing your lungs up? It's not good for you. That's not for human consumption. Cigars are meant to be, you know, inhaled, but not inhaled into your lungs. Like, meant to just go in and out. It's not meant to actually be inhaled into your lungs. If you ever see somebody smoking a cigar, they don't inhale the smoke. They smoke it, they don't inhale it, because that's what it's meant for. In any type of cigarello or nicotine leaf that you roll up the cannabis in, that's a cigar. If you didn't know that. But I feel like I'm just chatting on this video, man. That's fine. It's my video, that's my channel, so if you don't like it, you could scroll. I don't care. To anybody who wants to quit smoking cannabis, after watching this video, I want you to start your journey. Day one. Put it in your notes, write it down, put it on a whiteboard, put it on a piece of paper. Day one of being sober minded. You got this, bro. I believe in you. Honestly, I'm not really even having no urges to smoke again. Being around people that smoke, I just like, I don't have no problem with weed. I don't care about weed, but I'm coming back to my senses because I used to hate the smell. And then when I started smoking it, I liked the smell. But now I'm starting to hate it again. Like, bro, that shit stinks, bro. But that's just my opinion. It's been your boy Run It Up D. Comment down below how y'all boys feeling, man. Whether you've been sober, whether you're 2 days sober, or whether you still smoking. It's just been my little rant on my 30 days of being sober after continuously relapsing and struggling with it. I'm 30 days sober now. Next journey is to be 2 months sober, then 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, then a year. I don't see myself smoking it, honestly, because I just don't have no urge to. But if I do relapse, I will come on this camera and I will tell y'all. But I got God on my side, so he ain't gonna let me relapse, y'all. Y'all can see though, dreads is getting long. Oh my goodness. And your boy Run It Up D, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.